Housing prices in the UK are only getting steeper at the moment, and if you're struggling to pay your rent, it's easy to feel like there's no way out. However, if you are in this financial position, you may be able to get some help through the housing benefit. In this video, we'll explain what the housing benefit is, who can claim it, and how much you could receive. So, what actually is the housing benefit? Well, it's a sum of money designed to help you pay your rent if you have a low income or you're receiving benefits. However, the housing benefit is beginning to be phased out and replaced by universal credit. Therefore, you can only make a new claim for housing benefits if you or your partner have reached state pension age, or if you live in a sheltered, supported, or temporary housing. You could be eligible if you and your partner have reached state pension age, you're receiving pension credit since before May the 15th, 2019, and you live in supported or temporary accommodation. However, there are some exemptions to this rule. For instance, you may not be eligible if you have more than £16,000 in savings or if you own your home with a mortgage. To apply for housing benefit, you need to contact your local council to start the process. They might let you apply online, over the phone, or with a paper form. Now, during your application, you'll need the following documents: proof of ID, income and savings details, proof that you're responsible for paying rent, your landlord's details, and proof of how much rent you pay. Predicting how much you'll be entitled to is tricky, as there are no real set figures. Instead, the amount you'll receive depends on various factors like your age, income, and whether you have a disability. If you rent privately, it'll also depend on something called the local housing allowance rate. It's also worth noting that if you have spare rooms, your housing benefit might be reduced. This is because the government expects certain people to share rooms, like couples or children under certain ages. If you find that you're not eligible for housing benefit, it may be worth checking if you're eligible for universal credit, which could likewise help you deal with your rental payments. One final thing to bear in mind is that you must keep your local council informed of any changes to your circumstances. If you keep receiving housing benefit when you're no longer eligible, you might have to pay it back. Ultimately, with the cost of living only ever increasing, receiving help through the housing benefit or universal credit could genuinely transform your financial position, so it's always worth checking your eligibility. And for a more detailed guide on the housing benefit, make sure to check out our article on the Afforda website.